What's up everybody, this is your boy Kendrick talking, and welcome to another episode of my gameplay series. This time we're not actually rocking the Hero League, but instead I thought I'd just show you a nice round of quick match instead, because you know, let's also switch it up. Let's take it not as drop dead seriously as we did before, but you know, we're gonna have some fun here today in this quick match. Now, after, you know, capturing the monkey, always a nice thing to do, I'm actually going to show you what we are fighting with and what we're fighting against here. So, we've got Bubatko on the Rhaegar, Thorazol, my dad, on Lost Vikings, Audio on Zagar, and Bondra on Lunara. And on the opposing team, we have an ETC, a Rexar, Leeming, a Greymane, and another Rhaegar. So, you know, Rhaegar, he's everywhere right now. He's pretty much the #1 support in the current roster, and ooh, we already got the first kill on the cow, on the mad cow himself, and we didn't even take a first talent yet because I didn't really have the time to talk over it, because as you can see, we're playing the Lich King, Arthas himself, Arthas Menethil. He's one of the fan favorites here, actually. What? I was gonna say maybe we could get the Leeming, but he has always been a fan favorite, and we still haven't picked a talent, so Kendrick, get your shit together, and we're now gonna pick block, or let's see, how many basic attacks do they have? Greymane, Rexar. I think we're gonna take Regeneration Master, simply because we're playing on Garden of Terror, and on this map, you actually get a lot of chances to collect those regeneration glows that are ever so important for stackable talents like Regeneration Master or Conjurer's Pursuit, for example. Now we're gonna use our Howling Blast to sort of, and I think this ETC, man, I don't think he has learned his lesson there. You don't want to go so aggressively when you have a 4-man middle lane, because as you can see, the Vikings, man, look at the Olaf, look at the Eric. They are doing one hell of a good job here at split soaking. And that is, of course, very useful to apply additional pressure on a single lane, just like my teammates and I have been doing it here. Now, oh, Sagar's in a little bit of trouble here. I think we might get the Rhaegar, or maybe not. Body blocking 2 OP there. Also a nice Earthbind totem from the enemy Rhaegar to slow us down a little bit. But all in all, I think this early game is going extremely well. Now, the Lost Vikings, if you have them on your team, you always want to make sure to get that early mid-game lead, you know, in terms of overall XP. Because, let's be honest here, the Vikings, the longer the game goes, the weaker they are most likely going to be, because their power all comes through in the mid-game, right? When you have that level 10 earlier than the enemy team, thanks to the split sucking. Ooh, and here we have the Hunter himself. Oh, they're actually doing the big Garden Tear already. Now we took Destruction at level 4. That gives us a little bit more mana. Let's see if we can lock somebody down. We don't really want to... I was gonna say we don't really want to commit too much here, because the entire team, of course, wasn't really behind us, and thanks to the Vikings soaking, that actually causes us to not really have the full man or the full team fight power. So always learn your lesson, guys. Don't do it like Kendrick just did in that video example. Play a little bit more safely, even if you are a beefy tank like Arthas is. But ooh, actually, that was kind of close. Almost got the enemy Rhaegar here. And I think we actually interrupted the enemy progress here. Oh, never mind. They just got the Garden Terror. Now, we should really try to get the bottom one. But as you can see, the XP bar is slowly but surely working in our favor here. Now, let's see. We're going to have to watch the mid lane closely. The enemies, of course, they know that we are most likely going to try and capture the remaining Garden Terror in the bottom. Now we have a Greymane from behind. Okay. I'm gonna try to... I think he anticipated my Howling Blast there, but thanks to our Frozen Tempest... Oh, I think Lunara should be able to get him. There we go. Easy peasy. We weakened them quite nicely. Now Rhaegar and ETC, they're trying their best. Now we're gonna try and come from a surprising angle here. Okay, Rhaegar dropping really, really low. The Vikings now helping out as well. And I think with Lunara joining the fray, we can definitely do a lot of damage here. And maybe even get the Rexar. He's super low. Misha's gonna die now. There we go. And I just noticed how great of a combo Arthas and Rhaegar actually is. We're slowing people constantly with our Frozen Tempest, and that allows us to keep them close to our Lightning Shield, which is really, really powerful, especially I think when Rhaegar hits that 13 and 16 talent, you know, Rising Storm and Earth Shield. That's gonna be so, so good. And I think the Mad Cow dies one more time. 90 against 90, exactly even here, actually. That makes me very, very happy. But as you know, we do have the Vikings, although we're lacking early teamfight presence. We do have, of course, that superior soak, and I think we're in a really good spot right now. Now at level 7, we're going to take Rune Tap. It basically allows us to regenerate a little bit of health after every third basic attack. And that is really good, especially as you can see, we are the only warrior in our lineup. So you really want to make sure to be really beefy. Death Coil, and there we go. Another kill. Good job, everybody. Oh, now Zagara might be in trouble. So we're going to slow them down, potentially body block her and peel. There we go. Looking pretty solid. Looking pretty good here. That ETC is super aggressive. And as you can see, Frozen Tempest and Lightning Shield proves to be one hell of a combo. I'm really liking where this is going so far. We're going to take a quick sip from the healing fountain. We're now level 9 and the enemies aren't even level 8 yet. That is really good. Now we're going to signalize our allies that we are bound in for a gank, so Lunara can actually afford to play a little bit more aggressively here. But I think the enemy Rexar was warned in time. And I'm actually excited to see what kind of playstyle the Viking player is going to go for. And let's actually see many Vikings. Yep, that's exactly what I was trying to explain now. Many Vikings, they like to go for Bribe and Mercenary Lord and take many siege camps or bruiser camps. And I think he's going to take the Play Again heroic ability at level 10, which allows him to constantly split soak and side pressure those lanes. It's a really annoying playstyle to deal with if the Viking player is good and has good micro to control all those Vikings at the same time. And I think Garden Terror is actually a really good map for that, because there is an abundance of mercenary camps at the ready. So at level 10, I think we're going to take Army of the Dead here, since we are the only frontliner, the only warrior, and we're going to have to survive for a very long time, especially if you assume that the allied Viking player is likely not really going to join the team fights too often here. I think the Army of the Dead is a very, very important heroic ability to keep you alive. And let's see, they now have the Greymane up top. Let's see if we can actually get a gank going. Rhaegar is following me like a good doggy. Like a good boy. Like a good boy. Let's see. They're playing really, really cautiously though. Maybe back to middle. See if we can get anything done here. The enemies should now play very carefully because they still don't have those heroics, man. So, yep. Let's see. They probably did not heed my advice. Thank you very much. Ooh, and this could be very, very good. This could be very, very good. Let's see how much we can follow up here. Rhaegar's fall. Whoa. Whoa. That was actually, wow. Nobody died. That was crazy. It was very close though, but the enemy team did a really, really good job here at escaping the deadly maw. So, man, I actually thought we could get at least like 1 or 2 kills there. And now the enemies have reached level 10 as well. So that means, in theory, we now could get mosh pitted. I don't think we've got a lot of interrupts actually. In fact, Zagara is the only counter and her maw is just on cooldown, you know? So, yep, let's see if we can maybe get the Rexar. I don't think so. At least we got a little bit of damage done here. But yeah, we're gonna be in big trouble if ETC manages to catch 1, 2, or even 3 people or more in a mosh pit. That's gonna be a really bad time. Now, I'm pretty sure that the Viking player wants to take the Garden Terror, since you can actually control and pilot it with just 1 Viking only. So we're not gonna go for it just yet. Looks like, okay, it was just Lunara and a Viking. A pretty interesting game. I mean, we do still have a massive XP lead, but I think in terms of teamfight presence or teamfight power, thanks to you know, the mosh pit, thanks to the Li Ming with potential resets against the Vikings, I think the enemies do have like a lot of strength there compared to us. Now we should definitely try and start some mercenaries, because as you know, mercenaries will disappear as soon as one team takes over the Garden Terror, right? So the enemies will now know that I'm doing this, because it's literally the only yellow spot in the minimap left. But I think it's safe to do so, because it's an hour half of the map, right? So we should be okay, I guess. Now at level 13, how much CC does the enemy team have? Not really that much, and Relentless doesn't really do any good if you're caught in a mosh pit anyway. So I think we're gonna go for Spell Shield, especially against the Li Ming. I think it's a really nice tower. Let's see. We're gonna try and capture the enemy Garden Terror and damage it a little bit more. course, you don't want to stand in there. You don't want to get polymorphed into a nice little plenty. Okay, here's a Greymane. And I think the enemies are actually wasting a lot of time here with their Garden Terror. They've taken significant damage here already. And not really achieved that much. And during all that time, you know, the Vikings, they're continuing to soak. They are actually controlling the Garden Terror and soaking at the same time. And so far, our Viking player has been doing a really, really good job at not really losing too much XP and not dying too often. So kudos to him. And looks like we might... Oh, I was going to say maybe a Mosh Pit there potential. Now, let's see. Now, we do have level 13, and that means we do have a talent bench. However, that gap is soon going to be closed. Enemies are getting pretty close to getting that as well. Okay, Bubotko getting the fort. I'm loving that. Good job, man. Good job, Rhaegar. Let's see if we can maybe get something done against the ETC here. Lunara is a great chaser, and she deals a lot of damage. Look at that. Oh, and I think we might be able to get that. Rexa, ooh, he's taken a lot of damage from that poison. Lunara, ever since the changes, you know, Blizzard has adjusted her quite a bit. They improved her basic attack animation. Ooh, let's see. Never mind. We shouldn't fight there. But yeah, they improved her basic attack animation. You can now stutter step correctly. They improved her HP scaling, her damage. So now she's definitely in a very good spot, and she's actually being played by competitive pro teams more and more. So I'm really liking that. And we also managed to secure ourselves a second Garden Terror. Now, let's see. This mercenary camp might be a little bit risky, but ETC's in the bottom. So was Rexar, and let's see. Hopefully Rhaegar is not going to see us here. Actually, not sure. So it's a Rhaegar against Rhaegar battle. We caught him in the Holding Blast, but he got away. Oh, that might be a choke point for Mosh Pit potential. Okay, nice maw, nice maw. Okay, we're gonna pop our ulti, keep him in the Holding Blast, and let's go, baby, let's go. The wolf has fallen. Yes, this is looking very, very good. Maybe we can catch one more. We can also secure... Oh, never mind, the enemies took the mercenary camp. That's okay, though. The Garden Terror, they have been actually neglecting that one so far entirely. So really, really good for us, bad for the enemy team. And there we go. I mean, I would gladly trade a mercenary camp for, you know, middle towers and maybe even a keep. And a fort on top. So, super good. Now we're going to take Stone Skin at level 16. It's so good on Arthas because he really needs every ounce of tankiness, since he doesn't really have, like, escape spells, right? He has no Dwarf Toss, no... what else could he have? Like an Artanis swap or something like that. He's really all dependent on his tankiness to hold his ground until your teammates finish off the enemies. Right? Okay, here we go. Taking care of another Garden Terror and securing ourselves a nice comfortable lead in overall seats. At least we're gonna have that soon, I hope. Now let's see, the enemies seem to be all on the bottom. Zagar needs to be a little bit careful, but yep. So far, Zagar has actually played very well. Nice Moss, she hasn't really died a lot, so definitely no reason to be worried here. And take a look at that global XP counter, guys. 17 against 14. That is just almost rebonkulous, I would say. Okay, there goes Liming. Can we anticipate? Oh, we can definitely go for the ETC now. No more Ancestor Healing ready for the enemy team. So I think we can definitely get something done now. Nice Maw actually gets the entire enemy backline. So that Mosh Pit, man, it's a wasted concert. I'm so sorry about that. What a wasted concert it was. And there we go. The support goes down here as well. Sick City. That is exactly the kind of outcome I want to see here. And we still have enough time to actually get the Garden Terror. I'm pretty sure that the Viking player is going to take it with the remaining Vikings. Just in case, though, just in case we're actually gonna... I think we're actually gonna take it. The Viking boat is still... Oh, he actually has taken play again. So the Viking longboat, indeed. Let's see. I think Eric is gonna take it after, or Belloc, excuse me. Yeah, just want to make sure that it's not being overlooked, you know. Missing a Garden Terror is probably the worst thing that could happen to you on this map. So there we go, there we go. But our Viking player really is on top. Now, the enemy team actually closed the gap, and it's now 16 against 18. So we have to fight a little bit more carefully. But that Maw, once again, was so beautiful. Actually, you know, devouring the entire enemy backline so they couldn't capitalize on their great Mosh Pit. So really, really good stuff. Now, we don't want to dive too deep here. We don't want to dive too deep. We just want to distract them a little bit, so they can't really defend that well against our Garden Terror, right? Let's see. Our Army of the Dead is still online. Just toying with the enemy here a little bit. And the middle lane on their side isn't actually looking that good anymore. The keep is about to fall here. Can we actually lock the ETC down? Mosh Pit shouldn't be ready yet, I think. We do have Stone Skin, etc., so we're extremely tanky. I'm not really worried too much right now. Oh. Thank you also for the healing from our Rhaegar. Really, really good. I think we should probably get out now. The ghouls are attacking Li Ming, which I like. Ghouls are actually dealing a lot of damage. I mean, many players sometimes don't pay too much attention to them, but they can really hurt. Now we should definitely get back here. They do have a Garden Terror defending. They can't attack with it, so that's really, really good. In the meantime, though, look at our Vikings, man. They're going to town here. Quite literally, they're going to the enemy town here. And at level 20 now, we can definitely take another fight. Hardened Shield is the way to go, in my opinion. Makes us even beefier. So let's see how much is the enemy team willing to commit here. Lock down, lock down. Ooh, this is looking really, really good. And Lunara is probably going to fall. Where is the ETC? There we go. We're getting another Moss. So Rexar, Ripperino. And who's coming out? Nobody's coming out. Wow. And here we go. Here goes the bribe. So this should actually be a bottom keep easily. I don't think we have enough damage to actually finish the game outright. I mean, Zagara is in the middle, but I think we should definitely play it safe and rather get another keep here. Maybe Zagara can take care of top. Yep, there she goes. Thanks to her roaches and hydras, she can definitely tank that. Here we go. 21 against 17. And the enemies still need 15 seconds until they're all back in good shape. And look at that, those empowered siege giants, guys. Beautiful. I think our Viking player really played very well. The enemies didn't really take care of them too much. I mean, heroes like Rexar can actually deal with the Vikings quite nicely. I mean, they do also bring another body to the table. Oh, are we actually going for this? Oh, it looks like we're going for the core. Okay, pop my Army of the Dead here. Pop the Stone Skin, and we still have the Hardened Skin too. Hardened Shield, excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna pop it right now. The ghouls are attacking and actually tanking a couple of core shots here. And don't mind me, I'm just finishing the game. Oh, what? Oh, are you serious right now? Come on, Zagara, be a hero. Oh, man. Ah, yeah. Okay. So, here's the thing, guys. So here's the thing, right? When stuff like that happens, it usually is very frustrating. However, I think we're just delaying the inevitable here. I mean, a 1% core without a mule. I don't think they've got a mule on their side, right? No level 7 mules. So this is sooner or later going to fall. We just need to secure ourselves another Garden Terror. And even without a Garden Terror, I think we could just sneak by and finish that one off. So it was still worth it. You know, if you get that much permanent structure damage done, it's absolutely worth dying for, you know. Okay. However, we lost a couple of team members here, so we have to be kind of careful. Of course, the enemy team now wants to get as many seats as possible themselves because they know, right? They know as soon as we get another terror, this game is most likely going to be over. Our Vikings toying with the wolf here, the big bad wolf. Probably not the best idea here. Now, I think we should just take mercenaries while we're waiting for the Vikings to come back. So yeah, by the way, guys, I don't know if you caught it yet or if you paid attention, but I will be going to Katowice, to IEM Katowice, which is going to take place in roughly 10 days from now. So I'm really excited about that. I'll be the analyst there, one of the analysts. So unfortunately, I won't be casting. Oh no, ETC! Oh no, everybody caught that. Oh, can we get the mercenary camp? Yes, pure win. Everybody caught that glorious mosh pit, unfortunately, man. So always feels kind of bad. Hardened Shield is being used, so I'm not really too worried right now. There we go. Arthas tanking these enemies forever and ever. Zagara is now here. Let's actually see how much they clump up. Smacking the cow. Milking the cow. Milking the hunter. And there we go. Ooh, beautiful. And this is actually enough to finish the game. I mean, when 2 warriors die at this stage of the game, I mean, they would probably lose against those catapults and the mercenaries anyway. So the enemies were kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. So this is probably going to be a GG. We don't even have to be there, but we made it to the finishing screen. So I hope you enjoyed that game. Really big shout out to the Viking player. I think he was a dominant factor in that game. Played really, really well. But, you know, it also feels good to play tanky Arthas every once in a while. If you go for titles like Stone Skin, Army of the Dead, Hardened Shield, it's just ever so good, right? I'm going to show you the build once again, just in case you want to go for a tanky Arthas yourself. There we go. Regeneration Master is really good, especially on maps like Tomb of the Spider Queen or Garden of Terror, where there are many chances to obtain those regeneration globes. Then we have Destruction to get a little bit more damage done here. And Rune Tap, of course, to heal yourself constantly. Actually, you know, prevents you from being reliant on the healing fountain every time, you know. So it really allows you to stay in the field, to stay in combat for an extended period of time. Army of the Dead, of course. Spell Shield, pretty self-explanatory as well against heroes like Li Ming. I think one strong, powerful mage like Jaina, Li Ming, or Kel'Thas is actually reason enough to justify Spell Shield. Then, of course, Stone Skin and Hardened Shield. Easy peasy. And yeah, once again, I'll be at IEM Katowice in 10 days from now on. I'll be chilling there with Kaldor, Kalaris, who else is going to be there? Nizira, then we have Wolf casting as well. So the 4th caster hasn't actually been announced. Originally, it was supposed to be Grubby. Unfortunately, he can't join us because he's busy with other schedules or other appointments. However, I'm sure we're going to have a great time. If you like this video, guys, please drop a thumbs up, maybe leave a subscription. I would be very happy to welcome you in the next episode. Yeah, and if you have a hero request, if you want me to play a specific hero next, also use the comments down below and I'll gladly see what I can do and maybe play him in the next episode. Sorry, by the way, for also not posting too many videos. You know, I've been kind of busy real life streaming. And anyway, hope you had a good time. See you in the next one, and thank you so much for watching.